Time now for Media Watch. You're joined by James Creedon, talking about all things happening across the net. In a moment, we'll talk about David Cameron and what he had to say about Twitter and BlackBerry Messenger in terms of the role they played in the riots across the United Kingdom. James, though, we're going to start with the local TV channel, also talked about by David Cameron in a very positive way in the comments today in the UK. This is a local channel in Birmingham, of course, where there were riots.
That's right, Sangat TV.
Sangat TV.
Sangat TV, called after a city in the Punjab region of India. Basically, it caters to the local Sikh community in Birmingham.
Okay.
And pretty extraordinary stuff. Let's have a look at these pictures here. It shows, basically, it's a four-man show. Four people run this channel, and you can see two of them there. These are two of the journalists working for Sangat TV in Birmingham, covering the riots. Here you have the same guy we just saw in the traditional Sikh outfit speaking to police in Birmingham. Yeah. And he basically is... he's telling them, and this is a scene where they got a policeman. They offered a lift to a policeman in the car, and he basically went down to where there were basically rioters, and they managed to arrest these rioters. So they've been at the very heart, basically, of the scenes in Birmingham over the last 24, 48 hours.
These guys? They're just local people who started their own channel? Is that what it's about?
It was a small channel in Birmingham that catered to the local community. They were more used to covering small local events.
Sure.
And then suddenly they realised that they were driving around in their cars in Birmingham City and were able to get to the very heart of various scenes of unrest. And they outscooped, as the Guardian has been saying, bigger news networks who were sending top journalists, Sky News, ITN, other networks like that, who were sending people in to Birmingham to cover this. So extraordinary stuff.
So this is the channel that's available in the UK on the Sky TV platform. I presume we can see it via the internet or something like that over here?
There's a website which I wanted to be able to show you, but my computer is on the blink.
So it's www.sangattv.org. Okay,
it's channel 847 on Sky Digital, and basically it scrapes by on donations from family and friends. Its mission is to spread peace, defend our faiths, and educate people. And basically, journalists from very big publications across Britain were tweeting the address of this website and of this news organisation all day yesterday. So it's an extraordinary story. And for example, the University of Birmingham, their student newspaper, which is also available online, it's known as Red Brick. They had roving reporters out and about. Yeah. You also had a West Londoner blogger who got 1 million hits yesterday because he was able to give local information about what was happening, where larger news organisations couldn't, because it was so widespread around the British capital, they couldn't be everywhere all at once.
I suppose it's a question of how you make yourself known and how you make yourself hittable, I suppose, in these circumstances, which many people don't quite understand. But certainly if people are looking for information and you're on the web and you are blogging, you are doing these things, as we find in this sequence of the show, people can be accessed and can be found.
That's right. And as some media commentators were saying yesterday, you didn't even need to look. We're on a rolling news channel, but you didn't need to tune into rolling news networks. You could just go online and actually pinpoint places where events were happening, find blogs that were related to that place, or be directed by people like Andy Carvin. He is a famous guy who works for the NPR network in the US, and he became famous during the Egyptian and Tunisian unrest by collating and bringing together a lot of information on his Twitter feed. And again, for the UK unrest, which was collated together under the hashtag UK riots, he was directing people towards pertinent tweets, which meant that people didn't, if you stayed on Twitter, you kind of had a much more accurate picture of what was going on. Well, and speaking of Twitter and feeds like that, David Cameron mentioned this afternoon that perhaps in future moments of unrest like this, Twitter could be shut down. This is an extraordinary statement coming from a Western leader. And in fact, there were many people tweeting this afternoon saying that this is something you'd be more used to hearing out of the mouth of somebody like Mubarak. And indeed, that happened in Egypt. Social media was shut down. It's happened in Syria. And a lot of people have been expressing worry online that this will, I suppose, provide justification for what they call despots who will point to David Cameron and say, well, if David Cameron is doing it, then why can't we do it in countries that are less known for having a rule of law? So worrying enough a statement, I would say, coming from David Cameron this afternoon about social media and how it could be shut down.
Okay. James Creedon with Media Watch. Thank you very much indeed, sir. Stay with us. We've got much more news to come and analysis too here on Frost and Cat.
France 24 on your iPad. Keep up to date on international news in real time, whether you're at home or on the move. Frans van Kat's worldwide coverage now on your iPad. Reports from the field, debates, interviews, accessible anywhere, anytime, and it's all free. Frans van Kat on the iPad. The news, wherever and whenever you want it.